So here we are in the last week of the Real Women of Philadelphia Video Host Challenge. My name is Rebecca Evans and we're in my Colorado kitchen and it's dessert week. Now I have to tell you, I love eating desserts. They are amazing, wonderful, make me happy, but boy, I don't like to cook them much. Now, I will make pies and crackers and cookies and, all of that kind of stuff. And I even bake some. But if it takes too long, I just don't have the patience. I'm an instant gratification kind of person. And I really just like to cook, appetizers and side dishes and entrees. But for this challenge, I have to make a dessert. And I have to make desserts for my family. So over the years, I've come up with things that are a little bit outside of the box. And that's kind of how this recipe is today. I want to showcase the perfect flavor of Philadelphia brand cream cheese, kind of all by itself. And I didn't really know how to do that. So I decided I would make a cheese stick. Yep, a cheese stick. It's kind of crazy and I've never made it before, so it's going to be kind of a challenge. But I'm kind of looking forward to doing it. I'm pretty excited. And then we're going to be making a Tart cherry coulis with a little bit of chai tea. Wow, it's so full of flavor and delicious. It's going to be so much fun. So let's get started. First, we're going to get started on the coulis. I have one 14-ounce can of red tart cherries. And I'm going to put my tart cherries here in my saucepan. I also have a half a cup of brown sugar. And we're going to add that to our saucepan. There we go. And then vanilla. It's kind of a secret weapon. Or it's not vanilla, it's almond. God, silly me. Alright, so, and I have almond here. We're going to put a quarter of a teaspoon of almond into our mixture. We're going to set this on medium heat. First we want to bring it to a boil, but we're going to put it on the stove on medium heat, and then we're going to reduce it and let it simmer for quite a while. And then when we get down to where it's all kind of soft and mushy, I'm going to smash them up a little bit, and we're going to be adding chai tea. Now this is a prepared chai tea. It's a cream chai tea. I've just purchased it at the store. Comes that way, and you can just drink it right out of the bottle. But that wonderful flavor of the chai mixed with the almond extract is going to be so delicious. So let's get this on the stove and then we'll start our cheese sticks. But right now what I want to do is make our breading for our cheese sticks. And our cheese sticks are going to have panko crust on the outside. And I'm using a microplane. Now I have a very fine microplane here, and I have a bigger one. And I've chosen the bigger one because I want my zest to be really kind of chunky. So when you bite into this really soft and savory cheese stick, that you're going to have a wonderful tart little flavor from the zest of the lemon. So all I want to do is just blend in the zest from one lemon into my panko crust. And that's all there is to it for the crust on the outside. So I have 2 eggs. And I'm just going to take my whisk and whisk those together here. Then I'm going to add just a tiny touch of my almond extract. I'm going to kind of carry those flavors into all the elements of this dessert. It's just so wonderful. And you don't need much of it because, boy, almond goes a long way. First, what we want to do is cut our block of Philadelphia brand cream cheese into long kind of cheese stick squares. So I put mine in the freezer so that it's really, really cold, only just for a few minutes. And that way it's much easier to cut. So you want to cut it just straight down and then cut it in half. So you get a really nice kind of cheese stick shape. And you just want to continue doing that until it's all done. And this is about 1 inch wide. Here's a really good close-up view of our cheese, getting ready to be coated with this wonderful thick kind of crust. And so I'm rolling it just in about 1/2 cup of flour. I have 2 eggs in my little dish there that I've just slightly beaten together. And then we're going to roll it back in the egg again. And then back into the panko. Look at that. So what it's doing is creating a perfect little casing for the outside of my cheese stick. And there you have it. And that is going to be absolutely golden brown. And it's going to keep all of our cheese intact so we don't have just a big blob of cheese on our plate. Okay, so I'm a little scared. This is kind of the part where you find out if you're going to bomb with a recipe or if it's going to work really good. So I'm going to put these beautiful little cheese sticks into the oven for 10 minutes. It's 400 degrees, and I'm going to check on them in a few minutes, and we're going to all pray that this turns out really good. These are Tart cherries. They're the canned Tart cherries, and I've let these cook for quite a while on the stove, probably about 20 minutes, and just allowed the sugar, the brown sugar, to blend in nicely and flavor those cherries up really good because they are very tart. And I'm just going to use my fine sieve, and I'm going to press through and get all of the juices out of these cherries. And we're going to pour all of our juices back into our pan here. And then we're going to add the prepared vanilla chai drink. This is a cup of vanilla chai, and I'm going to just add that right into my coulis mixture. I'm going to put this back on the stove. I'm going to let it simmer, and I'm going to let it reduce by half. We really want it to be nice and thick and beautiful, and I tell you, the color is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that, kind of like a nice light creamy pink. It's just beautiful. So let's get that on the stove, and I'll be right back with you. Perfect. Oh my gosh, I was so excited when I opened up the oven. Now, I tell you, it went a full 12 minutes. It was exactly the perfect amount of time. And look, they are absolutely perfect. Isn't that great? Look, they stayed together. And, you know, really, it was one of those things that it was either it's going to happen or it's not. And that's what I really like about doing this kind of cooking. You know, just kind of get in the kitchen and make some really fun and different things using your Philadelphia brand cream cheese. It's awesome. I love it. So when you're flying by the seat of your pants, making recipes in your own kitchen, some things turn out absolutely spectacular and other things not so much. I was really lucky today because our wonderful cheese sticks with panko crusting using Philadelphia brand cream cheese turned out perfectly. Look at that, absolutely brown and crispy, beautiful on the outside, and that cream cheese is ooey and gooey on the inside. So great. But I can't say the same about my cherry and chai coulis. I should have ran it through the blender so that I left the pulp in there. It was a little bit too thin. But you know what? You can always fix your mistakes. So I just added 2 teaspoons of cornstarch to my mix, and now I have a beautiful coulis. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clip the tip off of my coulis that I've just placed in this little bag here, and we're going to start plating up this amazing dessert. I have some whipping cream, and I'm going to lay that in the bottom, and that's going to be the bed for our cheese sticks. And they're going to just go on like that. Oh my goodness, that is so beautiful. And then we're going to take our coulis mix, and we're just going to run that right over the top and right up on the side here to give it a little bit of color. And then I'm going to just put a little blob of whipping cream on the top, and we are going to dress this guy up with a little bit of a cherry and just a little bit of mint. And look at that, absolutely a wonderful, delicious dessert made with Philadelphia brand cream cheese, and it was kind of an experiment, and it turned out really well. So, you know what, I just challenge you all to get in the kitchen and try some really new fun recipes using Philadelphia brand cream cheese and the cooking creams. This has been such an amazing time using all of these products and hanging out with the women of Real Women of Philadelphia. Paula and Kraft and Equal and all of my friends at RWOP. We'll see ya.